Hello. Today we're going to talk about energy pyramids and how energy moves through an ecosystem. Let's get started. Ecosystems are composed of biotic and abiotic factors. The abiotic factors in an ecosystem are the sun, the air, the water, and the dirt, and the nutrients in the dirt. The biotic factors are all the living things that live in the ecosystem. That's the plants, the insects, the birds, the fish, the snakes, the mammals, the deers, the bear. These biotic factors eat each other. Food webs describe the predator-prey consumer resource interactions within the biotic factors of an ecosystem. Food webs are combinations of food chains. The chain from a food source to the ultimate consumer. Food chains always start off with the sun. Energy from the sun is stored by plants. Plants take the energy from the sun, the nutrients in the soil, and they make chemical energy. This chemical energy then is passed on to the consumers as they eat the plants, or the consumers eat the things that ate the plants. Decomposers take the nutrients that were stored in the consumers and return them back to the plants after the consumers have died. Those nutrients then are used by the plant once again, along with sunlight, to make chemical energy, so the energy can be passed up the food chain. Producers are the base of food chains and food webs. They're the only ones that can take the energy from the sun and store it as chemical energy. There are different levels to a food web or food chain. The producers are the autotrophs, are the base. The consumers eat the producers. The name for the consumers that eat just producers are herbivores. They only eat plant material. That is sometimes the insects, the deer, the rabbits, the squirrel, the mice. Then there are things that eat those things, and those are secondary consumers. They can also be called carnivores or omnivores. Omnivores are biotic creatures that eat both plants and animals. Those are bears, certain types of insects, frogs, fish. There are also just carnivores. Carnivores eat just prey items, and they do not eat plants at all. Owls, snakes, herons. These are apex predators. They are at the top of the food chain, and they are the last stop of the energy that the producers make that is then passed through the food web and the food chains up until they reach the apex predators, which is the secondary or tertiary consumers. Energy pyramids show the distribution of energy among the trophic levels. The producers have all of the energy. They're the only ones that can take sunlight and turn it into chemical energy. So 100% of the energy in an ecosystem is stored in the producers. The consumers then take that energy by eating the producers or eating the consumers. As they take that energy is lost. Less energy is available to the primary consumers and the secondary consumers and the tertiary consumers. Why is the energy pyramid broad at the base? The energy pyramid is broad at the base because energy is lost. The producers have all the energy. 10% of that energy is lost as the primary consumers eat them. 10% of the energy is lost as the secondary consumers eat the primary consumers. And 10% of the energy is lost as tertiary consumers eat the secondary consumers. So energy is lost as you move up an energy pyramid. Where does that energy go? Most energy is lost as heat. The sun provides energy for the producers. 10% of that energy is lost as heat as you move up the energy pyramid. Decomposers then return nutrients from the consumers back to the soil where producers can use it and sunlight to make more energy. Well, why is the energy lost? It's not only lost as heat, it's also lost in that predators do not eat all of the prey items. The bones and the skin and the horns are often not eaten or digested. That energy then does not move up into the next food pyramid or the next trophic level. So energy is lost because not all of the body parts of a prey item can be consumed or can be digested. So energy is lost because not all of the body parts can be digested. It is also lost as metabolic heat. You're giving off heat right now as your cells break down the food that is in your digestive tract. That heat is lost in the environment, never to be recovered. There's also energy stored in your bones, which if someone ate you or ate a prey item that had bones or an exoskeleton, they cannot digest those parts and they are lost to the next level. Decomposers can take this energy and use it to survive, and then they lose heat to the environment also. So, in brief, energy is lost as heat as you move up an energy pyramid. It is also lost because not all of the prey item is consumed by the consumer who's eating them. There's energy lost in the bones, the skin, the exoskeletons, which cannot be digested by these predators. Decomposers do break down this energy, but energy is lost in them also as they do cellular respiration, and it's lost in the environment as heat. The nutrients eventually do get back to the consumer or to the producers where they store that energy again and it is used. But the energy is always decreasing as you move up a energy pyramid. That concludes this presentation on energy pyramids and why the energy pyramid has a pyramid structure. Thank you.